Hi guys, Bolt here once again with more Steel Division Normandy 44. Today something different, a replay commentary, because my audio got messed up when recording this match, but it was definitely something worth showing off to you guys. So today you'll have to deal with a replay commentary, and I think some of you actually prefer those, so I might just make this something more frequent, I guess, like maybe one replay commentary every like 6 or 7 live gameplays maybe. But we'll see about that. So yeah, anyways, in this one I'm playing as the French. This is an armored deck that the French have. I am bringing a tank destroyer, the M10A1, basically a Wolverine, if you want to call it that, like an open top thing. It looks like a Wolverine at least. I'm not quite sure. Comment down below what that unit is. We got the AM420, really nice looking vehicle. It's a fast vehicle because it's wheeled and it has a 50 cal, so it does a lot of stunning damage, or has a lot of stunning power against infantry. We have an M8, what was those called again? M8 Scot as a recon. I think that's an M8 Scot. Yeah, it is definitely an M8 Scot as a recon unit. We also have a Jeep with an AT gun, and on the right side we just have a bunch of infantry, including an AT gun and some half tracks and another M20 going right. On the left, Mitch is playing as, I believe, the 2nd Infantry Division, the Indian head, and he's bringing quite a lot of machine guns up on the front line. An AT gun over there, some recon, an AA piece in the beginning that's actually really handy, also against infantry. So yeah, definitely put some AA in phase A, because if the enemy's using a lot of planes, your AA will scare them off big time. Good amount of recon as well in those Jeep 30 cal 7.62s, I believe, and he's just going to basically scout the entire area. Meanwhile, my M8 Scot spots some MG trucks over there, so I quickly move my TD and my M20 with the infantry up towards north. I think this is a recon unit that comes with the M20. On the right side, hangars are quickly being taken over by the looks of things. I'm basically going to unload these guys over there and keep them stationary for the moment. Here we go. M20s engaging the enemy Jeeps. I'm just going to keep it in my perspective, give you guys a idea of how I'm thinking basically in battle or during battle. Some AS trooping have unloaded, but they're quickly being wrecked by the M20 and the MMGs over here. These are 7.62s, so yeah, they'll definitely do a lot of damage, especially if you have 2 of them. So yeah, those AS trooping are definitely going to be stunned and probably going to surrender as soon as I move my recon closer. Not sure if recon actually makes enemies surrender, but we'll find out soon. On the right side, looks like the enemy is, let's just pause it real quick, is moving up quite a few armored vehicles. We have a Panzer 3H over there. We have a SPW 204 recon, so good combo over there. A PaK 38 and another one over on the right side, and some more Panzer 35 tank destroyers over there, and another AT gun coming up. So on the right, he is mainly focusing on defending, well, at least so far. And on the left side, Mitch is definitely on the offensive with a lot of his Ranger assault units. 6-man squads with flamethrowers will definitely wreck a lot. As you can see, the 50 cal of this beautiful looking M20, basically an M8 Scot with, yeah, it's basically the M8 Scot here, with that 50 cal and that 70 something millimeter, 37 millimeter gun. Does a lot of damage to infantry out in the open. My TD is firing at that Panzerjäger 35. Don't know how it actually manages to fire over this. Wow, it barely manages to fire over that. I don't know if that actually blocks line of sight. Some things don't appear to block line of sight for the moment, like hills on certain maps. So as soon as I broke his transmission, I'm just going to fall back, because there was some AT over there that I don't know the whereabouts of. So I don't want to risk too much, and I quickly fall back with that unit. Meanwhile, my M20 and the HTM5 are just suppressing the AS trooping over there. The PaK 38 gets a line of sight on my M5 and manages to take this one out, I believe. Nope, wow, it actually misses big time. Holy shit, wow, I quickly just retreat that and get it back to safety. This does make me call out a mortar piece to quickly try to suppress these guys and maybe move up with the infantry and the AT gun. So I'll quickly unload that and start firing on that PaK 38. On the left side, Mitch is doing a really good job. He just marked over here where he saw some armor moving up. So yeah, he's just letting me know. Maybe I can like help him out with some stuff, but it looks like he has most of this place covered with his Ranger assaults and the Marauders. One of my favorite units in terms of infantry. Enemy does pull out a Firefly right now, so Ranger or Mchl definitely needs to counter that one way or the other. We have a Ju-87D coming up to bomb my TD from the top. Definitely a good choice of bombers because the TD is an open top tank. Luckily it doesn't fall right on top of it and doesn't kill it. We do stun it, so it'll take a while for this guy to come back. So the Ranger assaults killing the Panzergrenadiers without a problem. These are quite expensive units, 35 points. They come with AT, so definitely a unit you don't want to lose that quickly, especially in Phase A. That gets killed real quick. The Rangers are not even worried about the Panzergrenadiers firing their MG34 at them, or 42 I mean, and the Fireflies actually fallen back as well due to the fire, so that is actually quite funny, isn't it? So really good gameplay by Mchl. I think this was like our 5th or 6th multiplayer match that we did, and he's relatively new to the game, so he's definitely making a lot of progress. And he has his own YouTube channel, and I'll post that down in the comment section. Or not in the comment section, in the description. He doesn't post a lot, but he has some funny shit. The 57mm making the SBW-204 stunned and fallen back. We've killed the Ostruppen over there finally with the help of the 50 cal and the 7.62 with the 30 cal. So far so good. The Firefly's moving up back on the left side. The Ranger assaults have moved up a building or two. Get some more land. We are currently at 54% and only at +1. As you can see, you get +2 when you reach 58%, so that's actually quite a big jump. Alright. Kind of a standstill, I guess. We do have a skirmish between our TD and the Panzerjäger 35. Managed to actually hit that field, so field explosion, and this TD can fall back. A really good unit to call out in Phase A. What I've noticed with the French is you're good in Phase A because of those TDs. You have some decent, actually you have some really good tanks in Phase B, but they, like, the best tank you get only has 13 AP. And if you're playing against someone that is playing as the Rommel, as a Rommel Circus or as the 12th SS Panzer Division, you're gonna lose the tank battles in Phase C. So what I kept trying to do is just push up with my light armor in Phase A, just quickly kill off whatever I can find, gain ground, and then set up a defensive line. That is exactly what you should do with this deck. So otherwise it's really difficult to push up in a later game. So the mortar, firing at the Pak-38, pinning it down, and my 2 Char M5A1s are just standing still here in case I want to move up with my infantry. The Cannon 57 is going to quickly try to take out that Panzer, and meanwhile on the left we have a bigger fight going on. The Firefly over here firing at the, I believe the M1, but the M1 actually won this battle and took that out without a problem, which was quite nice. Over here we have the M8 Scot fighting some infantry out in the open. They're going to just die, the Ostruppen. Really bad morale of these guys out in the open, especially if you don't have a leader squad with them. So I'm moving the HT M5 and the another M20 out. Quickly take these guys out and basically open up a new flank or front for these guys, and I try to get the pressure off of Mchl. But I don't really think he needs that at all, because these Ranger assaults are just not dying. They're really good. On the right side, looks like the enemy called out some artillery of their own. The 120mm really has an amazing range, so I definitely need to move my units around. A Ju-87 comes up and kills my 57mm. Luckily it doesn't stun my M5, so it will be able to help out a little bit more against those Ostruppen and such. I am mortaring the Pak-38, which is almost stunned, and that 20mm Flak 38 is doing a lot of damage to my infantry out in the open as well. I basically tried to move them up towards this building, but they got pinned down by the infantry and other stuff. There we go. Mchl is moving up his machine guns towards the front. Definitely a good move. He will be able to fire at that Kubel and down this road. And he has 2 of them, so that's going to really do a lot of stunning damage. He also has a 60mm mortar. Fast firing mortar, by the way. So if you're fighting infantry, I think this is the best way to do it. You need fast firing mortars. Otherwise, like, the first one will hit. If it doesn't stun, the enemy infantry will be able to move until you reload. There we go. Speaking of, the mortar 81mm are actually a good balance between HE and fire rate, in my opinion. Does a lot of stunning damage as well. And this is something I am really bothered by in this game, the falling back mechanics, which I think they should definitely address, because sometimes stuff actually falls back into enemy territory. Luckily we get a direct hit with our artillery and take out that Pak 38 as well. On the left, a huge battle. Marauders are taking care of all of the armor in this area. I don't think... Yep, there we go. Takes that out as well. Does he have any AT down this road? Yes, he does. Perfect line of sight with this M1 over here, down this entire road and even over there. So definitely a good move by him. Meanwhile, the Ranger assaults are just stunning the crap out of absolutely everything, burning every building down without a problem. And yeah, those Panzer Grenadiers are done for. 250 with 5 AP will be able to do some good amount of damage against armor, but not so much against infantry at least. So meanwhile, on my flank, not much going on. Basically trying to just counter the enemy infantry and enemy mortars. I just quickly move these guys in range. Actually, it looks like I'm attacking the Panzers. Nope, making those guys fall back a little bit. Let's see what we're calling out. Since they are using a lot of Ju-87s, I decided to call out some Bofors. I think I call 2 of these out and the M16 AAPs, but we'll see soon enough. There you go. As you can see, another Ju-87 coming right for this Char 5. It's gonna probably just make it stunned again. Yep. Is it gonna fall back into enemy territory? I'm not sure. Or just stand still. That is actually better, in my opinion, than falling or moving. Yeah, in some cases. Let's quickly look over to the left. So I'm basically trying to cut off this road so that they cannot move any reinforcements in, and this M8 should be able to do some sort of stunning damage to these half-tracks and such, and the motorized equipment. I'm basically just scouting out the area and see what I can do. We actually managed to kill that, which is quite nice with the M8. Might be one of my favorite recon units. Really, really good unit with 7 AP. Can actually kill tanks as well. If you get a good shot. You will see that very soon while I kill a tank with that thing. Another Ju-87D coming up. The Bofors is not in position yet. We do manage to do some damage to it. It did not drop his bomb, so that was definitely a lucky moment there. So, I finally call out my Phase B tanks with 13 AP, the Char M4A3s. 76mm on these bad boys. Actually look really cool as well. You can see all the nice emblems there. Moving up some more half-tracks, the M5s with the... What are these guys again? Cannot recall. I think Voltige or whatever, however you pronounce it. I think the G is pronounced as the J from J, basically. From Men in Black. Anyways, let's continue on the left side. I think the big mistake that the enemy made here is calling out too many light armor and not enough infantry and recon, I would say. It really hurt these guys. Let's just quickly check why I marked it. So it looks like I'm basically telling my teammate here that I'm going to be pushing up towards this area, so we can kind of do a pincer move here while Mitch keeps them all stunned. And over here my M8 and the other M20 are going to be moving up. The TD is just going to stand still for the moment. Ju-87 killing my M20, but I quickly scramble planes, but I don't think I'm going to be in range fast enough. Let's find out. Can't really recall if I called this guy back or not. Nope, we get in range, and we probably take that bastard down. Yep, there we go. We managed to actually take it down. Let's go back to our point of view. The Bofors is finally in position. Some more infantry and MGs coming up. The Char M4A3 is going to help defend against enemy tanks. And speaking of, 2 enemy tanks rolling up. That's going to be fun. There's one more in the back. So, my M20, at least these 2 half-tracks survived. Actually, this is an half-track, this is a wheeled vehicle. The Voltige are moving up to try to do some suppressing damage against these guys. And my half-track and the M20 are going to be used against this 250 to try to take that guy out who is harassing my teammates MGs. On the right, I quickly just smoke these guys off so I can move my infantry back and just basically stall in just enough time to get this M4A3 on the front line as well, the 76mm at least. There you go. We do manage to fire a shot, and then the smoke cuts the line of sight, so it was a perfect timing. The enemy artillery makes my M5 retreat into... There you go. It makes it retreat forward, which is, I don't know, not really smart. It probably is going to die here in a second. Well, we actually managed to kill that one Panzer just in time with this Char M4A3. So it actually saves the life of this M5. Really lucky shot. Might be a really nice tank to use. It's 180 points, quite expensive, but has a really good amount of guns. 250 or 150 cal and 230 cals. So definitely something I recommend using. So right now the enemy is quite heavily investing in AA. As you can see, two Flak 41s, the 88 mils, and I think he's going to be moving one 37 mil towards the right side, but I'm not quite sure yet. Yeah, Mitch is definitely doing a nice job on the left side. He's moving up some more AA because of those Ju-87, so he has a Beaufort over there. And looks like another Beaufort that is coming in. Ju-87's coming up, two of them towards the right side. My Beaufort are ready. Together with 50 cals, we should be able to take one of them out. One of them is being stunned before it drops, so really good shots over there. The second one is not going to be able to drop as well, or either. We kill one with the planes and kill the other one with the planes as well. And that is exactly what AA is for. It's supposed to be an area denial, making the planes retreat, not kill all of them, and giving your planes, your fighters, a chance to kill it. AA does kill. If you have lots of 50 cals, they do kill, like Tripolsons kill, and the Flak Fearlings kill planes as well. But you need a bunch of them. Otherwise, there will just be an area denial, as you saw right here, and our planes took them out. But yeah, there's a big heated debate about why AA should kill or not kill. But yeah, we'll see about that. So wow, Ranger assaults, catching Grenadiers out in the open. Grenadiers are going to be trying to move into this building, and looks like they got a skirmish inside the building. Let's see how that ends. Not good for the Grenadiers, apparently. Xylophone opening up, doing a huge amount of damage, actually killing that infantry over there. Basically stunning the enemy artillery, so really good move. Let's quickly move over towards the right side. So I basically smoked off this area as well to try to get my sappers down towards it, but it looks like they got pinned down by something. Another M4A3 moving up. Did we lose that other M4? I might have just... no, it's right here. Okay. Yeah, so I have two of these Char M4A3 76 mils moving up. A Panther D coming up, and now you will see the M8 Scot in action. Is this guy going to be able to kill that Panther? You will find out in the next episode. I'm just kidding. Let's continue. TD is being attacked by the enemy tank over here. I'm not quite sure what that is. It's a Martyr 2 and a Panther D fighting against my TD. So yeah, I quickly do the right thing and retreat with that guy. We managed to kill that guy with the sappers, the Panzer 3H, I believe. I'm not quite sure what that was. The 50 cals doing a lot of damage to the Austroppen. With their 50 and 30 cals, I couldn't just call out Mitch because that was absolutely insane. The amount of fire rate that is. More half-tracks moving up, more infantry. The Panther D and the Martyr 2 are quite stunned, I guess, or panicked. And you can tell that from here. They're actually worried right now. The calmer unit is, the more efficient. So, yeah, it really affects the enemy rate of fire and morale and everything else. So on the right side, not much happening. So we're just going to focus on this. The Panther D moving up with his machine guns. The Ranger assaults are napalming it, basically worrying it a little bit. The Panther D and the Martyr 2 are not moving up, so that's actually lucky for us. So I try to get a sneaky sight shot with this guy while he's being attacked. And the M8 gets a beautiful sight shot and kills that Panther D. That must have pissed him off big time. So there you go. My favorite unit of this game, the M8 Scot, the recon unit. So lots of AA in the middle. We got the 88mm here, which is basically an AA/AT gun, and you definitely want to be careful when you're up against this guy. It basically stuns planes in 2 shots, so you need to be you need to make this a priority target if you actually want to rule the skies or bomb the ground, whatever you want to do. Another mistake the enemy made was CAPT trying to keep pushing here. If they try to do a push here, it's completely open apart from this for this M1, I guess, but that's pretty much it. Wow, look at that. That is absolutely insane. Making units, yeah, making units surrender. That is always a painful thing for the enemy. So yeah, that Flak 88 is stunned. They have another one in the back. I do call out some Spitfires, basically to guard the enemy, guard the skies, making sure the enemy doesn't call out any planes just yet. P-38 Lightning, stunning the 250, making it fall back. Another infantry, probably Panzer-Grenadiers or something killed. We got some planes coming up on the right side, another Ju-87. Actually no, that's a Ju-80, yep, it is a Ju-87G, anti-tank. But it falls back due to our huge amount of AA. 2 Spitfires coming up. And that thing is definitely gonna go down. There you go. Beautiful execution combination with the Bofors and planes, even if I say so myself. And that is kind of how you should use those 2 types of units as well. So the enemy is kind of being ballsy with their Panther D and the Marder 2. I quickly just move up the TD M10 over towards the right. I do want to keep it out of the range and line of sight of that Flak 88, so I barely just move it enough so that this guy can fire at the Marder 2 but not be in line of sight. We managed to kill that, which is probably going to piss them off a little bit more, make them do more stupid stuff, I guess. Yep, Flak 88 firing at the fighter, the P-38 of Mchl. Meanwhile on the right side, a Focke-Wulf 190 G1 coming up. Not sure what it's going to bomb. Looks like it's going for my M4A1, M4A3. The Flak 88 is in range of this. I'm not actually sure how this went. I think I'm gonna lose this M4. Unless I stun it with a direct hit. Holy shit, that was lucky. Are we gonna be able to finish it off? Yep, that was a direct hit again. And there goes that heavy AA piece. It's really slow, so it's really not the best unit to put out in the open. So right now I'm thinking I want to kill this Panther D, so I quickly move up my M8 Recon and the M4A2 Sappers, trying to just guard that tree line basically while I do this. I move up the Tank Destroyer as well. Sadly our Recon here only has machine guns, so it's not gonna be able to do much. And these guys don't have a line of sight either, which is kind of sad. This hangar is in the way. If I moved them here, I would have been able to kill them, maybe. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I also need to keep out of that 88mm line of sight, so it's a real tricky position to put a tank. You cannot really do an awful lot. Planes trying to just kill that M9, or a 109, sorry. M8 is in range of that 38, it seems. Might actually be able to kill that thing if it doesn't fire. Ooh, we almost stunned it. There we go. I'm basically smoking that guy off so I can move towards that Panther. Nice. Yeah, that guy's stunned. That's not going to go anywhere. So the plan here is move these guys up from this flank and move this guy up behind it. Wow, we actually get a direct hit with our cannon. Okay, that works too. So 4 minutes left. Mchl has managed to push out the enemy completely with his Ranger assaults and rifles. Yeah, that is definitely a deck you might want to try out. At this moment, I basically just decide to rush my tanks over the airfield. I think I killed most of his stuff, and I don't really think they have a lot left. So you get +3 as soon as you reach 65%. So yeah, +2 is probably what you're gonna get most of the time. You know, as the maximum increase, or points per second. Getting +3 is a real pain in the ass. You need 65%. That is kind of insane. Unless, you know, the enemy is completely new at the game, you might actually reach that, but yeah. Another 109. Bombing a Jeep, so not a real problem. P-38 Lightning coming up to bomb what looks like the enemy Panther G again, so basically stunning it, making it fall back, giving us some more ground. On the right side, lots of infantry. I'm just going to keep it in neutral mode for the moment. Lots of infantry out in the open, basically move up my tanks to do as much damage as possible. I don't think they have any AT on this flank, so yeah, I'm basically just going to rush the enemy at this point. This guy's perfectly in smoke, it seems. That probably helped us out with our planes and such. At this point, I do the most stupid thing you can think of. Rush a Flak 88. It is occupied by my plane though, that I'm flying over the middle, so that is actually a good timed plane and tank rush. My bombers managed to stun it, pin it down, giving my tanks and half-tracks enough time to kill that thing. And who's gonna take the kill? Looks like this Char. There we go. And there's pretty much the only thing that the enemy has left on the battlefield. There's nothing else except for this Panther G. But yeah, that was definitely a fun game. We'll just speed it up at this point. There's not much left here. Another Flak 88 is coming out in the back, but it's not going to be fast enough to do any damage. Basically mark it just to make sure that we keep an eye on it. 90% of the points needed to win. 1 minute left for a total victory. M8, my TD, and the Char M4 A3s knocking out the shooter. Perfectly timed shot. Another side shot from the M4s. Making it fall back. Making it do stupid stuff. Shooter wounded. Are we gonna be able to take it down? I don't know. Ooh, and we got a ammo explosion by our tanks. Beautiful. I actually missed which one killed that. That was a really good hit there as well. Very nice. My half-tracks are actually stunning the transport of this AA. I don't know if that actually stuns the AA itself. Nope, it does not. Okay, it only stuns the transporter. That's good to know. It's firing at my planes instead of the half... Oh, it doesn't have a line of sight on... Oh, it does have a line of sight on my half-tracks. But before we manage to kill it, the game's over. Total victory. As you can see, 2,950 kills, 555 losses. Mchl did really well with 1635 kills, 265 losses. And yeah, we can actually look at the kill list. That is quite good. So Panther G, yeah, that M8 killed a Panther, Pack 38, and some 251 and some infantry. Let's see. I'm just gonna scroll through it. You can pause whenever you want to. Oh, it looks like that Char, and yeah, the Chars killed those Panthers. So yeah, definitely one of my favorite battle groups to play with, the French Tweede Blindé. Really, or Second Blindé, or however you want to pronounce it. Really nice deck. Well armored in phase A and B. In phase C, you need to kind of play sneaky against those Axis tanks, against those German Panthers and Koenigstigers and such. But yeah, that was a fun game. Let me know if you want to see more replay commentaries now and then. I will mostly be doing live gameplays, so definitely keep that in mind. But yeah, I'll see you guys back in the next one. Take care.